Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. It is exactly 8:47 a.m. We're now going to be talking with Maulana Ridwan Laher. He is a member of the Benoni Muslim Charity Organization, and we are going to be talking about the building of the new Frail Care and Special Needs facility in the East Rand. Maulana, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the program.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Just correct me here, just help jog my memory. Um, there is, I think, an orphanage or two in Nigel. Am I correct? And would this be part of what you people are involved in as well, the Nigel orphanage?
So, just a brief history. The Nigel Orphanage was run by Uncle Bai and Auntie Farida, who originated from Rainswood, and then the premises were small in Rainswood. They moved over to Jameson Park in Niger on a farm. So, what had
Mm,
happened prior to Uncle Bai passing on, we had approached our Amir, Uncle Gora, who had passed away also, Allah Ta'ala, for all the couples with Noor, inshallah, to keep
Ameen,
their
Ameen.
legacy, we trying to uphold, inshallah. So, anyway, they had an orphanage running in Nigel Jameson Park. Subsequent to that,
Okay.
when we came on board, we came to the farm and we realized that there weren't much orphans left, and whoever was there, we moved them to other places. And after consulting with our ulama, Karim Musa Sirat and the ulama on the ground, they advised us that we urgently required a sister and a place for abused women. And we managed to renovate the building, and we opened what is known as a place for abused women under Sisters of Light. So the sisters are running there. Any abused woman, they then look after them in that facility. The farm is quite big, and part of the farm on the one side we've been housing elderly people, and our major there is our Apa Sophia. She's been handling the whole center. So we have a currently running frail care center. We have approximately 11, I think we have 11 males and 13 females, 8 of which is special needs at the moment. However, the facilities I have from time, they've been not very present. So we're trying to create a proper facility, especially at the moment. There's so many calls for this particular, for special needs. So that's where we
Of
stand at
course.
the moment.
Alhamdulillah. So you are saying to me that uh, the orphanage as such has been shut down. Well, I'm sure you're using the premises for other very legitimate purposes or useful purposes, and you're now deciding that the need is greater for a frail care center for Muslim men and women. I do know that Kari Sidat is involved in running the One Frail Care Center. I think somewhere in on the East Rand, somewhere near
In Jefferson, in Joburg,
Bears Valley. Am I right?
the
And
Johannes
then
Jefferson.
right, and then there's one also running in Lenasia. The one in
All
Crosby
right.
has been shut down. There was a lot of controversy. I'm not sure who
Yeah,
was, who's running all these different
yeah.
facilities, but just
Yeah.
trying to ascertain the type of need in our community.
Mm,
So sadly, the one in Crosby was closed down by social services
mm,
because of possibly I think we covered the
uh,
story here on Salam Media as well. I think there was some improper practices at that facility. And you and the organization have now identified a definite need for a frail care center in Nigel. How are you progressing on this initiative?
Apa, just very quickly, in terms of old people or what we call frail care, there's three sections. One is what we call primary care. For our old people who can manage themselves, they need slight assistance. So, Alhamdulillah, the Benoni Muslim Charity Organization, they've acquired a facility in Lakeville, which inshallah would be opening end of this month. That would be for primary care. So, old people who can manage, and Karimusa also runs a similar setup for primary care. Thereafter, you get mid care. Mid care where they require a little more assistance. And then you get frail care. Frail care, they need quite a lot of assistance. You need 24 hours nurses, etc. So in Nigel at the moment, we are running the frail care. However, we've got a waiting list of about 20, 21 people. So we cannot accommodate more. So that's why we need to make a proper facility. Alhamdulillah, the plans have been drawn, and inshallah, we should be starting within a week or two. And we're looking at hopefully, inshallah, within 6 months, for the du'as of our people and the ulama and the public, and their generous contributions. Within 6 months, we should complete the project and hopefully to be running, inshallah. So that we should
Inshallah,
start
I
this
mean.
meeting time. We request all of your du'as and generous donations, inshallah.
Okay, you talk about frail care, and from what you've just outlined now, it does sound like intensive support for the people there at the frail care facility. You're talking about 24-hour nursing assistance, and obviously they should obviously have a doctor on call. For the frail care patients as well. That obviously means you're going to have to rely heavily upon the generosity of our community who are really very forgiving and very, very generous. So you are here today to talk to us about that. You're asking our community to please dig deep into their hearts to support this very, very noble cause.
Definitely, and it means of internet award, especially for ourselves personally and for those that passed on. In terms of old people, there's a lot of special needs. Is a very very vast, and it's like people who have mental, emotional, physical challenges, Down syndrome, ADHD, bipolar disorder. So it encompasses quite a big spectrum. Besides the old people, so it's not only old people. So that's why we're hoping to establish a special needs center. There isn't one Muslim facility at the moment in our country. So we hope, inshallah, we can open one, and from there, inshallah, we can open many more for to assist our Muslims and humanity at large, inshallah.
I mean, long overdue. You are right. We sorely need such facilities within our community. A lot of our people suffering from the conditions you've just outlined a minute ago, one of them being Down syndrome, have to rely on non-Muslim organizations, and it's very difficult for people who have mental disabilities to be in a facility and also try and distinguish whether whatever they're consuming is perhaps halal, etc. So this is sorely needed in our community. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you all very richly for all of the work you're doing. Sticking with this, for now you are asking and calling for monetary donations. I'm wondering going forward, once the actual structure is up, would you accept, gently loved furniture and crockery and cutlery items to, to use in the facility, or is it purely monetary donations that you're asking for?
So, Apa, we're trying to do everything very professional. As from Kalimusa and all our online people who are in the field already, we have to register with government, so making sure that everything is on track. We don't want to take any shortcuts. You just mentioned recently one of our facilities had to be closed down, unfortunately. So we want to make sure everything's on par, and we want to give a proper service. We don't want to do a slapdash service. So if there's anything, I think once they contact us or contact our upper in charge there, we can then make a decision whether we can use it in terms of whether it will be accepted or whether we can pass it on to any other percentage. So I
Of
think for
course.
now, we're trying to secure the building. And then thereafter, when we reach there, inshallah, we can always see what's the way forward.
Okay, let's talk about the actual facilities. How many people are you hoping to house once you're up and about? And obviously, to run these type of facilities is very, very costly. So the fair thing would be to you have to charge a fee for those people who can afford to pay. I'm more than certain for people who are unable to afford it, you will waive that fee or at least ask them to pay the minimum amount affordable to them. What sort of fee structure are we looking at here?
So in terms of fee structure, we only know at the time prior to opening. However, we have a little experience, and alhamdulillah, we have a go-to people around who've been running some of the centers you mentioned, Musa, etc. So we're looking at around, maybe I'm sure, I stand for correction, I cannot be held for these amounts, but we're looking, I'm sure, between 6 to 8 thousand a month. That is proper and full. But Allah Ta'ala knows best at that time what the actual figure will be. And like you say, we cannot turn people away who can't afford it. And inshallah, I'm sure we will be able to accommodate them in some way or the other. So the initial plan is to build a house, 40. There's two sections. One is the male and one is the female. On the male side, you have two sections. One is the old people, and one is the special needs. That means those people who are not old but require special needs. And in the female side, a further type up. So inshallah, we should take about 20 rooms, which in each room will accommodate two. So we're looking at about housing about around 40 people.
Not nearly enough. We do appreciate your efforts, but we do know that we need a much bigger facility or facilities all around Gauteng or possibly all around the country to accommodate the most needy amongst our community. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you for your efforts. What sort of bottom line are we looking at here? Let's put a figure out there and let people really understand and apply their minds as to the cost of this project and how they should become involved, because this is not anything the Benoni Muslim Charity Organization can carry off on their own. They need the input and they need the support of the rest of the community.
Hmm. Alhamdulillah, Allah Ta'ala has favored us and the sincerity of our people. That Allah Ta'ala has sent, we've made mashura and consulted with the contractor, and he's given us a figure for the 1,500 square meters we are about. He's given us a figure, a very, very rational, a very, very, a figure of 3 million rand, which if a person knows anything about building, he'd know that is very, very reasonable. So Alhamdulillah, we should be working towards that as inshallah, just to get the building up, inshallah. So if there's any donors out there and want to secure inshallah Sawab, we'd really appreciate it. It will go a long way. And at any time, people are more than welcome to visit us and to see the progress of the project. And inshallah, from time to time, we'll keep in contact with Salam Media and keep you up
Inshallah.
to speed with the progress also, inshallah.
Amin. Malana Ridwan, how do people get hold of you to get more information and also to make a very meaningful contribution? Undoubtedly, you've touched many hearts by way of this interview this morning, and people would want to dig into their pockets to make a contribution.
I think the easiest way is to go onto the website, which is www.bmco.org.za. BMCO is Benoni Muslim Charity Organization. So
Right.
www.bmco.org.za. They could call, we have a number for our center, which is 084 421 6675. 084 421 6675. And we have landlines also that's all on our website. So anyone
Okay,
can
great.
on the website and they can get our details.
Maulana Ridwan Laher, member of the Benoni Muslim Charity Organization, talking to us about an amazing initiative. It's a frail care center that they are hoping to put up in the Nigel district. And Alhamdulillah, our du'as and support is with you guys every step of the way. Thank you for being with us on the show this morning, and all the very best. It is 1:09. News and views on Salam Media. Standing by to bring us the news bulletin of the day is Zahid Jadwood.